What is this new Clubhouse app that everyone is talking about? If you're asking these questions, you're in the right place, because today I'm breaking down what Clubhouse is, why you should be spending time there, and several tips to get you off on the right track. Tons to talk about. Let's get into it. So let's start by talking about what Clubhouse is. Clubhouse is an app you're typically going to use on your phone or tablet that is audio only. It's basically a social media app with no texting back and forth. And you might say to yourself, Mark, that sounds boring, that sounds uninteresting. However, what's unique is that when you're talking to someone and you're having a conversation in this type of way, you're able to develop a deeper relationship than you sometimes could if it's just texting someone. The other cool thing that happens by using an audio only app is it ends up growing your other social media platforms, because people are going to start DMing you and texting you in other platforms. Stay tuned. We're going to talk more about that later on in this video. Hey, Mark here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Let YouTube know you're enjoying this video. Let me know you're enjoying this video. All right, let's get back into this episode. So the first thing you'll find when you open up the app is you're going to be in what we call the hallway. And as you scroll down the hallway, which is basically like your main feed, you're going to see different rooms. When you find and join a room, you're going to be listed as a listener. And you're going to have the option to press a button at the bottom of the screen to raise your hand. When you raise your hand, it's going to give you the opportunity to go on stage if one of the moderators brings you up. So what is a moderator? Great question. Moderator is essentially either the host of the room, the person who started the room, or someone that the host promoted to moderator. When you're a moderator, you're gonna get a little green button by your name. It's a little green star, and it lets people know that you've been validated or verified by the host. Moderators are going to comprise the speaker section. So you've got the listener section at the bottom for people that just join in, and you've got the speakers. Now, speakers are going to have the opportunity to, well, speak. They're going to have a chance to have a conversation, to answer questions from the audience, to talk or give their advice on a particular topic. Basically, they're going to be speaking. It's also worth noting that there's no recording in the app, so this creates an intense fear of missing out with listeners. You just want to be there, you want to be engaging, you want to be listening, because you never know what hot gem or hot topic is going to drop that's going to really change your life. So this fear of missing out is important, and it kind of reminds me, the app kind of reminds me of a interactive podcast, because you're able to interact more deeply with your audience. If, again, you're starting the show, you're the host or the moderator, and you tap that hand to bring someone up to the stage, well, now you're able to engage with them directly, and so it creates an intense engagement with your listeners, which, as a podcast host and as an influencer and as creators, we really need to be thinking about. This is a really powerful way of developing that know, like, and trust with your audience. It's also powerful because you're able to collaborate. Right now in 2021, the app is still pretty new, and you're able to actually get on stage and collaborate with some amazing people. I've teamed up with people like Sean Cannell, Roberto Blake, Brian Elliott, Justin for Primal Video, just a ton of really, really impressive, specifically YouTubers, but also podcasters as well. It's a really powerful place to connect with other people that are trying to get their name out. So now that we've covered some of the basics of the app, there's no texting, there's no DMing, there's no video, it's all audio, and you're essentially joining rooms. You might say, well, Mark, how do people know who I am? How do I actually use this app to great success? And so one of the first things you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a thoughtful bio written up. Because when you're on stage and you're speaking and someone says, hey, I like what that person has to say, they're going to have the opportunity to tap your profile and read your bio. You want to make sure that you're optimizing your bio. Now, when you look at your bio, you notice that when you tap on someone's icon, it's only going to show you the first 3 lines of their bio. And then when someone clicks on the bio to read more, it's going to bring up your full bio. So you want to be thoughtful about how you set up your bio so that you have a nice hook in the first 3 lines, and then you can go into more detail as someone digs deeper. I just want to reiterate, the bio is really, really important. As a new user, you want to make sure that you have a bio that's thoughtful so that when people find you and when people tap your icon, you're able to funnel them to whatever your interested in, whatever you're excited about, whether that's your LinkedIn business, whether that's your Instagram business, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you're funneling people to your bio and then sending them to the right places from there. So now we broke down kind of like what Clubhouse is in a nutshell, and it's certainly going to evolve. I can tell you that very, very exciting for me, and definitely make sure that you follow me on Clubhouse. I'm moderating rooms on social media, podcasting, YouTube, basically everything you know to take your side hustle full time. So make sure you follow Mark Savant on Clubhouse. Cool. So let's talk about why you should spend time there. And I've already touched on this a little bit, but it's access. You have the opportunity to ask questions, have conversations with some of the coolest, most interesting people in the world. So you get unprecedented access on Clubhouse to these amazing people. Secondly, when you're on stage and you're speaking, you are building a profound know, like, and trust with your listener. There's something magical about audio, and especially if you can bring them up on stage, answer a great question for them with a great answer, you can change someone's life. I've had several life-changing moments as a host of Clubhouse rooms. So I would definitely encourage you to get in there and try out these different rooms because it's just incredibly powerful for building know, like, and trust. Third, you're gonna learn so much. Every time I'm in a room, I have notepad and pen ready because you're just getting so much knowledge from these experts. And again, especially if you're able to get on stage and ask a specific question, I mean, just the answers you can get there can really help accelerate you, and it's just really, really powerful. And you're not paying these people for coaching, but in some cases it can be like you're getting free coaching. Really, really powerful. Fourthly, if you're a creator or a podcaster, this is a tremendous way of gaining attention. Anytime a social media app is new or growing or fresh, there's going to be the opportunity to stand out, to carve a name for yourself. It's really hard to stand out on an app like Facebook or Instagram that's already been established and people have already grown on there. Clubhouse is brand new. So we don't know how important it's going to be to the market yet, but what we do know is that a lot of people are there, there's a lot of attention to be had, and you can really drive a lot of traffic to your YouTube show, to your Facebook group, to whatever your specialty is. For a podcaster, it's been really powerful in getting more downloads for my podcast. The fifth reason why you should be spending time on Clubhouse is because there's no text DMing within Clubhouse. And you might say, Mark, why is that a reason to be there? The reason that that's important is because it forces people to DM you on other platforms. I've seen tremendous growth for my Instagram channel, for my Twitter handle, because what happens is people can't reach you inside there. They're gonna start DMing you and following you on these other platforms, and it's a way of not just growing your influence on Clubhouse, but growing your influence across the web as a whole. So those are my top 5 reasons why you need to be on Clubhouse right now. You need to be following me because I'm gonna connect you with the right people at Mark Savant. Check me out there. Okay, so now that we've got the plug out of the way, we talked about what Clubhouse is, why you should be spending time there, and now I'm gonna give you 3 quick takeaways to make sure that you have the best experience on Clubhouse possible. So first off, the key to being great and growing on Clubhouse is to be an active participant, meaning if you're just listening, you're not gonna get full value. Make sure that you're smashing the hand, make sure you're getting on stage and you're getting your voice heard. General rule of thumb, the more your voice is heard on Clubhouse, the faster you're gonna grow, the more people you're gonna meet. So get in there and start speaking. 2, make sure that you're hosting and moderating rooms. There's a certain amount of credibility that you're given as a host of a room. You're able to bring people in, you're able to control the flow, you're able to add moderators, remove moderators. It's a really good way of building the credibility for yourself, controlling the pace of the room, and again, going back to rule number 1, be heard as much as possible. When you're the host of the room, you have much more opportunity to speak. You're not just waiting for your time to be heard. You can actually speak and jump in any time because you're the host. You're the one who started it. You're the host of the party. It's really, really powerful. My third tip here to get the best experience out of Clubhouse is to take down notes so that you can ask great questions when you're called. If you're getting on stage and you're asking questions, there's nothing worse than having nothing interesting to contribute to the conversation. So make sure that you're listening, make sure you're taking notes, and when you get called upon, make sure you have something to contribute. And I'm telling you, having a notepad is really helpful because if you ever get lost or stuck or don't know what to say next, you just glance at your notepad, you've got some bulleted points, and you can make sure that you keep up with the conversation. Listen, get on Clubhouse. I hope I've convinced you. I look forward to hearing and seeing you in the app. And listen, I got nothing more for you. Make sure you smash the like button. I'll catch you here next time on Mark Savant Media. Peace. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed this episode. I've got several other episodes right here for you. Smash one of these videos to make sure that you don't miss out on the tips, tools, and tactics of industry experts. Let's take that side hustle full time. Smash one of these links.